Top of the top, family. We here. Week 7, episode 7. I apologize. Episode 7. We got some big action. I was telling y'all last week, we had some big things to get into. And the people that paid attention, made money, focused, right? Josh Allen, MVP week. Took care of that. Handled that. Josh Allen, MVP week. He got that done. After that, Eagles and Steelers. Did I not say that? Did I not let you know that? Copy. Rockets and Thunder. Copy. So Bettorsports Big 3 games did everything it needed to do. This week, we got the holiday spirit. You see me on air. Got a little Christmas. Merry Christmas. We got the good energy. I'm delivering gifts when it comes to the Bettorsports Big 3 games, right? Now, on the other end, I'm going to get through a few things that I need to get into. That I need to get into that are vital. Headlines, we're going to go through major headlines quickly. Major headlines as far as we have the college football playoffs that started, a few snoozers, but I want to let people know that all these games and some of the people that are complaining did not deserve to be in. So such as the Ole Miss and companies did not deserve to be in. I'm going to get into that a little bit later as well. But there was a few snoozers, but this is what happens, especially as you open it up to 12. That not everybody's going to be competitive. You see it in the NCAA tournament. Every game, some games are amazing, Cinderella comebacks, upsets, or whatnot. That's good for TV. And some games, the higher team or the higher ranked team handles its business and completely obliterates the other team. You also have these games being played and not in neutral site night fields. They're being played in on campuses at universities, so it does give a team or the team that is higher ranked the advantage. I also think that you guys got to give it a chance. People complaining about the college football playoff four teams as well. People are gonna complain about everything, and that's the generation we are in. People complain about everything, every single thing. We gotta let it rock out a little. The Clemson and Texas game yesterday was cinema. It was great. Clemson also almost fought themselves back in it. I was one of the people that believed that Clemson actually messed up a few other teams by them getting in, but they did make it a competitive game and actually one of the more competitive games of yesterday. They all the college football players to start off with, period. Now, the college football players resume New Year's Eve. So you got about a week off New Year's Eve. We're going to speed into another headline of the NFL. Ravens. That MVP conversation needs to be a lot closer. A lot closer. You're going to catch that on my Call It. You're going to catch me on my Call It. I was going to leave it alone, but you're going to catch me on my Call It about that. Even more. Another headline. Yankees add in 2 former MVPs in Cody Bellinger and in Paul Goldschmidt. And officially said that they're bringing up Jason Dominguez. He will be 100% a part of this team this year. No bringing back down. That's real big, as well as getting the 2 arms, 3 arms that they added. 2 arms to the bullpen and 1 arm to the starting lineup. I will say, Casper, you've been doing some work this offseason. I will say that. You definitely have done some work this offseason. I'm a little impressed that you didn't go for the big headline move of trying to overpay Soto and handle these other things, because this was the right move by building our team. I think that this is not the move that everybody was looking forward to in the offseason, but they look forward to see how you was going to handle it, and I feel like you've handled it pretty well. But people are not overexcited about the Paul Goldschmidt signing. I think the Paul Goldschmidt signing is great. He's hit 282 on a horrible Cardinals team last year. 282, finished the year hitting above 300 in the last month or so, and could be a big factor in this Yankee lineup, a big factor in this Yankee lineup, and a big vet presence. That glove is always a Gold Glove that we missed at first baseman last year. So getting that back is huge. And to be honest, you've added this lineup to me. I'm not going to say it's 100% better than last year, but it has way more depth. It has way more to it. This team hopefully is a better baseball team, not just a home run team, but just a better small ball baseball team. And that's all we can hope. I don't think that the Yankees go out and get Bregman anymore. I think the Yankees kind of figure it out. Either put Jazz back at third, which I was completely fine with, because Jazz was flashing his glove at third. I'm interested to see who plays second baseman for the Yankees. But I do like the additions. I think that some people are sleeping on the trade that happened yesterday of Josh Naylor to the Cubs. I mean, to the Diamondbacks. For both sides. Cleveland, now I'm not sure if this means that you're going to speed up your number 1 pick or whatever, or what plans going to be happening there. I know that you guys were not expected, or a lot of people did not expect you to have the year you did have last year, but you did show some promise. But the Diamondbacks get a nice first baseman. Talk about Paul Goldschmidt. You lose Paul Goldschmidt a couple years ago to the Cardinals. He hasn't completely made you guys pay. You guys have actually had more success as a team than he's had with the Cardinals since he's left. And then you sign Josh Naylor, who is a potential All-Star. I'm not gonna lie, a potential All-Star could hit 30 home runs any given year these last few years. I'm gonna be honest, that's a under the radar move that I felt like a lot of people are not talking about. Maybe a lot of people weren't expecting it, and a lot of people are not really mentioning it. But I loved it. I loved it. Boxing. I had Usyk this week, guys. Usyk handled business against Fury. I'm going to break down why I had Usyk. I didn't get to fully catch the fight. I was focused on a few of the NFL games, college football playoff games, and the college basketball game last night of UConn versus USC. But I said that as much as everybody believes that Fury, to me, Fury is not the most amazing athlete, right? So what he is a mental game. I did not think mentally he was mentally better than Usyk. I also thought that the public Fury is so much bigger of a public star or a worldwide star that, of course, they're going to hope that Fury responds the second time, because you didn't think he was going to lose the first time. I think that Usyk is the better boxer. Many people are comparing this to the Wilder situation, where Usyk is the better boxer than Wilder as well, and I love the Brahma. I love Deontay Wilder's power, all-time power. But when we're talking about boxing, it's more than just power punching. It's a lot more to it. And I think that a lot of people, especially casual fans, or not even casual fans, bettors and stuff like that, were looking for the edge and thought that this is a great chance to take Fury plus money, which it may have been great value, very much so, especially that the fact that they went to decision. But I didn't think it was great value, especially because one fighter I believe is closer to his prime than Fury, which is Usyk. We're going to hit all of it. Call it segment real quick. The fans that are telling me that Josh Allen has already closed out the MVP race is ridiculous. The standard that we have set for MVP before, and I'm going to break it down multiple times. The standard that we have set before for MVP, if you're looking at it, head-to-head, stats-wise, touchdowns, total touchdowns, interceptions, QBR. Lamar Jackson leads in and passing touchdowns, total touchdowns, QBR, passing yards. Those dude has only thrown 3 picks this year, 4, including yesterday. Has given up maybe the 3rd least sacks in the league. Has also found himself leading. Only trailing in rushing touchdown, but still leading in total touchdowns. Because remember, last year and the years before, this is my second year before, the argument is, yes, he has X amount of rushing touchdowns. Let's see the combined total touchdowns. Oh, he only has this more than he slowed down the running touchdowns this year, because let's use our football IQ. You have 2 running backs to hand over to, Justin Hill and Derrick Henry. So it's not only him. There's a lot of times he may get to the 2 or the 1. And you didn't get your chance to run in. It's Derrick Henry time. He has sling the pill and sling the pigskin all year. Stuff that you guys said that he is not able to do. Demonstrate that he's able to win at a high level with beating people with his arms. There's 2 high safeties that can't beat him. You're loading up the box. You can't beat him. You're playing, man. You're trying to travel with your best corner with Zay Flowers. You can't beat him. I'm trying to tell you guys, you got to stop making stuff up and moving the goalposts. You're moving the goalposts too far for your personal feelings of how you feel about Lamar to try to prove yourself right, and it's not okay. It's not okay. I do believe that Josh Allen should be MVP right now, MVP leader. I don't think that he should be ahead of or a landslide ahead of Lamar Jackson, who beat him head-to-head and blew him out 40-10. Who's also outplaying him currently. You can look at it stat-wise. You can watch the screen. He's outplaying. Yes, he may be up. Yeah, yes, Josh Allen is upping lesser talent on his team. 100% correct. Yes, he won a division. I did not fully believe that he was going to win coming into the year. 100% correct. But let's not get our personal feelings in front of the football that's right in front of us that's on the screen. Lamar Jackson is not, if behind Josh Allen, he's not that far behind Josh Allen. And after the performance we seen yesterday with him beating the Steelers, who are currently the division leaders, and him putting on a 3 TD performance, shredding up for another 200 yards, throwing above 70%. That was another MVP performance to me too. And if he closes it out this year like this, he's close to MVP than we really want to say. A third MVP, I apologize, at the age of 26. So I'm going to call out the people and the supporters yelling out, just like you did last year for Purdy, saying that this MVP race is done. I'm going to tell you to patiently wait for these last few weeks. Josh Allen does have some favorable matchups with the Jets, with the Patriots twice and Jets once, but let it finish playing out. You called it too early. Saquon Barkley is about to break Eric Dickerson's, I believe, record of 2,000 rushing yards, which is outrageous, a 40-year record that has not been broken in 40 years, guys. 40 years. We're talking about a record in the 80s. A record in the 80s. You cannot tell me that he's not an MVP candidate, especially as they have the best record in the NFL, and that he's the main factor of the offense. And we're talking about most valuable player. We got to really understand what we're talking about, not just your personal feelings. Well, we'll continue to the next segment. Stop the BS real quick for you guys. So, real quickly, to stop the BS for the Florida Gator haters that in college basketball. And for the SEC haters, period. For people saying that, I need your college basketball casuals to understand. You're seeing a lot of players, and I love it. A lot of teams go into invitationals early. Now, you cannot always control what your invitational is. Usually, it has a lot to do with the year before and where you want to be invited. Sometimes it's set 2 years ahead of where you're going to play. But that's not completely trolled by you. I think that casuals don't understand that. So a lot of the early matchups weren't 100% decided by the teams, but they do play a factor. You have to play the schedules ahead of you. The SEC is stacked out this world. They should have about 10 to 11 people in the top 15, in the top 25 teams. They may get 11 to 12 inside the tournament, which is crazy. Last year we seen about 9 bids or 8 bids from the SEC, and we kind of thought that, man, this is a deep conference. I'm a little surprised that that 1 or 2 teams didn't get in, or maybe 1 or 2 teams didn't get in. But this year, this conference is ridiculous. So for you people that are saying that we're overdoing the SEC right now in college basketball, that this conference is ridiculous. And in 2 weeks as you start the new year, if you see the top 4 teams start hitting against each other with Tennessee, Auburn, Florida, and Kentucky play against each other, you will see that these are possibly the top 4 teams in America. I believe that Duke is not better than 3 of these teams. I'm going to be very honest. I'm not sure if Duke is better than Kentucky. I'm going to be very honest. But I don't think they're better than Tennessee, Auburn, or Florida. The teams top to bottom depths are really strong. Some nice upper-classmen guards that start. Some nice young talent mixed with it too. The benches, the transfers have worked out perfectly for all 3 of these universities. Kentucky has done an amazing job flipping the script from Calipari as well. But all 4 of these top universities have definitely handled their business so far. So for the people trying to come at SEC early for its high records, I'm gonna be very honest. You need to be watching. These are some real talented teams, and if we're looking forward towards March, a lot of these teams have the potential to make it deep in the tournament. I'm not talking about Final Four, but some of these teams definitely do have the potential to make it to Final Four. But I'm talking with second weekend, Sweet 16, stuff like that. Furthermore, stop the BS. The people calling out the Yankees for Paul Goldschmidt's signing, saying that he's too old. Stop. I need you to actually pay attention to what's going on. The gentleman here still has a Gold Glove, like I mentioned earlier, Gold Glove first baseman glove. He hits 282 on a horrible with no reason not to work around him, because Nolan wasn't even playing him completely amazing either maybe Nolan Gorman, but feel me, there's no reason really to work around him either. For you to think that Paul Goldschmidt is not still batting and hitting a 282 last year on the Cardinals, about 30 dingers on the Cardinals, that's tough. 87 RBIs, that's tough for you guys to tell me that that wasn't a good sign at first baseman when he only got 12 mil for 1 year. You didn't sign him to a long-term deal. You didn't get trapped into the 20 mil a year by Christian Walker. I'm confused on what's the problem here, y'all. Stop the BS, please. Just stop. You got to stop just saying anything. I understand that many people are not big fans of the Yankees. Especially some of my viewers may not be so big fans of the Yankees, but we got to be real. We got to be real when we're talking about talking about the Yankees. It's baseball, period. Because you got to be honest that the signings that they did instead of signing Juan Soto was extremely, extremely important and vital to their success, because that's some of the stuff that they struggled with last year. Some of the reasons why some people felt like even with Juan Soto, they were not going to be able to beat the Dodgers. I think that they have a better chance going into this year. I think their lineup top to bottom has better depth, and their pitching staff is better. Their bullpen is arguably the best bullpen in the MLB, having Hill, Laziga, Williams, and the closer. I can't believe I forgot the closers. Yeah, but the bullpen is stacked. The bullpen is stacked. I'm gonna be very honest. So the pitching staff, which was an extreme problem last year, is now turning into one of the strengths of this team, because this team can for sure pitch. So I want you guys to and as it's still early. It's still early in winter meetings and stuff like that. So a lot of meetings going on, a lot of time out there. I want you guys to be careful though. I want you guys to be very, very careful on what you guys are doing though. Be very careful. We're gonna get into our better sports games of the week. 3 games. We was 3 for 3 last week. We're gonna try to go 3 for 3 again. I need our viewers to pay attention to these gems. Make sure you drop gems down in the comment. Drop the gems sign down in the comment. You can share, say gems, whatever you want to do. Just make sure people know that there's gems here and that you're getting them here. First things first. First game. I want you guys to know that this game this week of the Eagles versus Commanders is a humongous game. And I think that the Eagles still pull this game out. I think some people are looking at what happened earlier in the year against the Commanders. I think some people are expecting the Eagles to eventually cool down. But I think that I've seen some flaws in the Commanders. They are picking back up the running. They're not throwing as much. I think that the Eagles control the pace as much as they want to, but as much as they can, I should say. But they will sling this pill. You will see a lot more running today than you think. So if you are looking for a high-scoring game, you may not completely see it. It may speed up in the second half, but for sure, in that first half, it will be a lot of handing over the pill. Saquon Barkley has about 430 yards to get to the 2,000 mark. You should be making sure that you are paying attention to that. If you are betting player props, I'll be taking Eagles money line, alternating the total to making sure it's under about 50.5, maybe 52.5. And I like that right there. One of the other better sports games of the week was going to be Ravens versus Steelers, and we have Ravens. I will replace it with Falcons versus Giants. I'm going to give you guys Falcons. Take Giants solo under. The defense will be flying around. The defense is the better part of this team anyways for the Falcons. They didn't have a lot of energy, started losing there. Energy and momentum started going down, and I think it will be up high this week, having to play the Giants. Also, as they are obviously taking key players off the IR or taking off the field and putting them on IR. If they're playing well, putting them on the bench. So I think people need to take advantage and either go for Falcons -8.5. You can make it -6.5, so you can win by a touchdown. Let's be smart here. Or you take Giants solo under. Don't make this too difficult, fellas. I'm trying to tell ya. Do not make this too difficult. My next game, 49ers versus Dolphins. We have 49ers. I want you guys to be careful now. I doubt Waddle plays. Tyreek Hill is questionable. It's a lot of going on. That defense. Jalen Ramsey, I'm sorry. I love Jalen Ramsey throughout his career. I've been a big Ramsey guy. For the guys been watching since episode 1 know that I'm a former semi-pro player, so I love football. I love Ramsey. I love his physicality. This he hasn't played great. I'm going to be honest. He hasn't played great at all. So this gives us a chance for Debo to have a remake week. You Jaquan Jennings guys out there, I have him on fantasy. He may have a nice week this week. I think that this defense in them, the 49ers are still in there. So they're fighting. They're fighting. This is a big game that both of the teams are still kind of in the picture. They're still kind of in the picture. So they're huge games. We have the 49ers money line. So let's go through it again. We have Falcons -6.5 alternate or solo under. We have Eagles money line, who is trying to extend their longest winning streak in franchise history. And then we're trying to also, and then we also have for the last game, we have 49ers money line. Those are big 3 Bettorsports big games of the week. Make sure you're locking in. You can DM me, tap, and I will be dropping a special video for all the college football bowl games. So you'll be getting a specific video for that. You can check out the YouTube shorts or YouTube page. Make sure you're liking, subscribing. Commenting, and making sure you just continue to push my community. We're trying to bring in as many people that want to talk sports, whether you agree with me or not. I'm not looking for people to agree with me. I'm looking for people to converse with. So definitely not looking for people to agree with me. You can come to me with what you disagree with, what you think maybe, let's say, the Yankees should do better, what you think is a big game for this week for Bettorsports Big 3 games. And let's just stay connected and tap in. I appreciate you guys. See you next week. Like I said, Merry Christmas. And next week you'll catch me on Friday. So be prepared for it. Love ya.